Yup. This is hip hop. We never flop.
Shoot these motherfuckers straight out of the ground.
Yup. Let's go. Yup. Let me flow. This is Miss Show King, and I am a queen. I'm doing my thing, and I'm going for a beat like I'm from Cali. I just flipped on them little words a little bit, but it's all good. I'm gonna be on some grown shit. I'm gonna be on some grown shit. Hip hop appreciation. I'ma own that shit. We gonna just own the bliss. We gonna do what we do, and we gonna get on to it. Making money, it ain't funny. We do what we do because we gotta get lovely. We do what we do, but we never stay ugly. We do what we do, and we gotta play lovely. See, we play like we talk, we walk like we walk, we do like we talk, we tick like we talk. This is hip hop. We live how we live, we give how we give, and we gonna keep on loving, we gonna keep on hugging. This is hip hop. Hip hop never stops. Hip hop never stops. Hip hop, and we never gonna flop. Hip hop 1, 2, 3, 4. This is hip hop. Hip hop never flops. Hip hop never drops. Hip hop is on lock. This is how we keep it on lock. Keeping the party on rock, keeping the party on hot, keeping the party on lit, keeping the party on switch. This is how we do when we living it. This is how we do when we giving it. Hey, this is how we living. This is how we giving. Yes, I love it. Yes, I keep on giving above it. I do a little trap too, but it's all good. I'm from the old school, but I just keep on flipping it. And I just keep on switching it up, giving it up, doing this hot thing, yep, and we keeping it there. Hip hop never stops. Hip hop, we on top. Hip hop, we shouting from the rooftops. Hip hop never stops. Hip hop is on lock, keeping the party lit, and then we gon' switch. Hey. Hip hop never stops. Hip hop. Hey, shout out to the underground hip hop instrumentals by Der Whitesell. Yep, that's YouTube. That's the instrumental. You can Google that on YouTube. Search it. It's on here. Published February 4, 2013. That particular beat right there was called Street Underground Rap Instrumental Collab with Mix LA Production. Just so you know. This is a Mobb Deep underground hip hop joint right here. Type, I guess, whatever. Mathis Heidger is the Instagram for this joint. But yeah. Happy Earth Day around the world. This is a day that we take out to recognize, commemorate, celebrate the earth. That's where we should definitely all connect. Not only just in hip hop, but also we should all connect in a place, in a way that moves harmoniously. And that's what hip hop is all about. No doubt. So I just wanted to go live today and just give off some good vibrations. It has been stated that even if one of us vibes on a high vibration, it really sends a message around the world. So I believe that the world needs healing, not just us as people, but as mammals, and different types of mammals, and the wildlife, the earth, really does need to heal. So I'm sending out these healing vibrations, hoping to touch the ethers that touch your chakras where you are today, right now. And I just wanted to start out on a little hip hop joint. Yep, just a little hip hop joint. Yep, just a little hip hop just a little hip hop joint, just a little hip hop joint. Wow, wow, just a little hip hop joint, just a little hip hop joint. Yeah, just a little hip hop joint, just a little hip hop. I'm on point, just a little hip hop that never stops, just a little hip hop, blaming it on pop. But it's just a little more popular. This is hip hop popular. This is how we live it every day. California, we on the west all day. We on the west side, keeping it live. Yeah, we on the west side, keeping it live. On the west side, keeping it live, keeping it hot, keeping on top. Hip hop. Yeah. If you want to donate to the program that I am co-founding with Hope for Hip Hop, it's a project where we teach HipHop education. And we are building a mobile-esque school. So, of course, we want to collaborate and meet together with the minds of all those who consider themselves to be hip-hop and of the hip-hop culture at large. So, whether as a supporter, a student, we want for it to be good, but sometimes real estate and all that can really, not really do much, but soak up the funding and such. And so since we're doing this on a grassroots collaborative effort, we wish to reach out for sure. We don't want to leave any stones unturned as far as those who want to support us. Yep. Based in California. Shout out to all the underground hip hop Cali heads on the west side, representing the West Coast and worldwide hip hop. This ain't exclusive, you feel me? I mean, real hip hop, not just the genre that people think is hip hop, when in fact most of that is just rap. And we definitely always get into that when we get into that teaching side of that, right? When we get into that work, that's that real work, because that forces us to do work on ourselves as well. It forces us to be above and beyond reproach in terms of being on point, and having knowledge of self. As that's where it is bond right there, like some real talk. So I give my students the task of getting two things, and that is a complete rhyming dictionary and also the Gospel of Hip Hop, the first instrument, what is presented by and penned by KRS-One for the Temple of Hip Hop. This is what I will always be reading from. And I can say that I talk on such matters and educate on such matters of which that I've been educated by myself, as a part of the culture, as adopting, the principles, elements, and doctrine of hip hop culture for my life. And that is for the creation of space to be about peace, love, unity, and safely having fun. And again, if you just follow along, I don't like, follow me, because it's not about that. Like, I'm not Christ and nothing like that, but I think, on earth we can, put out our best. And so, with this video being on Earth Day 2018, I believe I started the video at like 1:11, and that is Pacific time. I'm saying all that to say that, there's 0 people watching right now. There's 0 thumbs up. There's no comments on this particular video. But I do believe that many will see this video. And I'm not even doing this for, the sake of, let me get a bunch of followers, subscribers, whatever. This is to put out higher vibrations. So of course, the more people that see it and are exposed, then the better I am at completing the goal of really just allowing for the world to vibrate in a higher time and space, beyond actually time and space. And it's Sunday. I do HipHop Education online live Mondays, and that will be at 3 p.m. Eastern time, 3 p.m. That will be 12 noon Pacific time. For all of those out there that want to continue to follow along. And of course, it'll be, it's already uploaded. So if you don't make it on time, or if you can't take your break, or, you got things to do, picking up the kids from school, what have you, being that commute and transit time, then, you can watch it later, like when you either cleaning up or when you listening, you getting ready in the morning, whatever. You can hear these things, these thoughts that I have and that I'm sharing with the world, literally with the world. This is a global thing. And I've chosen to be blacking out today because I don't want it to be about me or location or anything in particular, but primarily the information. And so I will always mention, if I'm reading from the Holy Book of Hip Hop, which is the Gospel of Hip Hop, gospel meaning good news, the first instrument presented and penned by none other than KRS-One for the Temple of Hip Hop, as well as the updated and expanded complete rhyming dictionaries, essential handbook for songwriters, poets, students, and teachers, speech makers, and members of the performing arts, edited by Clement Wood. So those are my references, as well as the Webster's Compact Rhyming Dictionary. And that's just, self-explanatory there. So anytime I mention other literatures and other things, I will always come back to, how this relates to hip-hop and how hip-hop literally is in our daily life. No matter if you recognize it, if you like the music, don't like the music genre, heard of the culture, not really sure what it is. Based on what I've studied, based on my current knowledge, and I've definitely put in at least 5,000 hours, counted, logged, in terms of study prior to speaking. And of course, it's ongoing study. I don't know all the answers, and certainly things continue to evolve and come out for further knowledge and overstanding and overstanding, as even the artists of the culture come out and speak on certain things of past, of late, and of current, right? So you look at things like Netflix, and the Roxanne Shante thing, and I'm like, man, KRS, we have thoughts, we have opinions, but it's definitely good to hear that they, were able to talk that out, like real for real, like when it got real, when it got personal, when it got, and that's just a great example of, in history, and that story, that statement, as far as healing goes, needs to be put out there. But also just, the many ways in which hip hop shows up. And, I can go to, let me pull up lyrics.com and put in hip hop, right? And I can even put in lyrics.com hip hop Earth Day, right? And we can even see how many of the artists of the culture put out lyrics and content as it pertains to the sustainability of our earth and the caring of and for our earth. And it's important. You think, oh, well, I'm going to just throw this on the ground. Ain't no garbage cans around. Or like we are only adding to the aging, the early premature aging to our planet that we all share, and what we do affects one another. And the planet is only one portion, one part of the entire universe. And so it is it is our duty to, begin to understand where our placement is in this world and how we relate to the universe and where we're at literally and where we want to be and in alignment and all that stuff. Like that stuff is for real, for real. Like, I mean, I know I grew up in church and it was always, go to church Sunday morning, go to Bible study, go to, Sunday school. And, I taught Sunday school and, most of you guys know I'm an ordained minister. Um, and, I really wanted to study and I always, go deep and study into what I'm into and what kind of captivates me. And so, I went the whole way and, other things became more and more clear as I asked, you know, God, who God is, right? And so, and that answer is so expansive. And I know I grew up saying God is good, but I'm like, God is so good and so much more. And so it's just the understanding of that and that as far as my placement in the world and in the universe at large. And so, anyway, so as it pertains to our planet, I don't know others may be teaching on such things, but I definitely wanted to touch on these things and celebrate Earth Day as, we can do this definitely every day. But I definitely want to just put it out there, right? And just put it out there, right? And the thing is, you can type in hip hop or rap, and there's all these like, things that pop up. Some that we may be feeling, some that we may not, some that may, be on the funnier or cornier side of things, and others that we feel like, okay, maybe that's for kids or whatever. And that's all good. Like, hip hop is for all ages, all ethnicities, all nationalities, all cultures, all creeds, all religions, all non-religions, all independents, all everything and everyone on every nation of the planet to promote peace, love, unity, and safely having fun. This is the largest peace movement, I believe, in the world, ordained and received by the United Nations. Um, I believe it was May 11th. Date escapes me at the present moment, but yeah, actual and factual, right? These are facts. So let's go on to I believe it was Dead Prez. So I typed that in and I'm like, nah, I'm not finding what I want. So let me just go to where I know. I hope to perhaps develop or be a part of the development or collaboration or support whomever may have such lyrics that are of the culture, particularly regarding such matters as Earth Day. Okay, so I'm gonna put in Dead Prez because they definitely got some joints, right? So it's called Food Fight. Stickman, Dead Prez. Uh, yeah, and I know just of some others pertaining to science and all that. So as I continue to study and unfold these things, I will definitely deliver them to you, which is the world, um, for that definite reason. For that definite reason. So, excuse me. Excuse me. I need some. Let's see what this says right here. Let's see how it goes. Let's see. It's called Food Fight, featuring Stickman and Dead Prez. From Earth Amplified by Earth Amplified. If they control two, they control four, they know it. It's strategic. It's more powerful than bombs. It's more powerful than guns. This is the best way to control. That's what the system say. That's what the system say. That's what the Babylon say. We call them on lips to get fucked the same way now. That's what the Pentagon say. That's what the general say. That's what the Empire say. But definitely know you can drop the same way. There's a war going on this side. No man is safe from DDTs, PCBs. Every corner in the Okay. Okay. Wow. There it is. That's Dead Prez right there. Food Fight. Well, from Earth Amplified by Earth Amplified. That was Food Fight featuring Stickman of Dead Prez. Let me put it out there like that. So you can find that on Bandcamp. Yeah, that's what it is. Let me find. There's another one I know of. Can't remember the name of it off. And let's see. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so there's even hip hop health and wellness tours put out by Vegan Magazine. Yeah, I guess you go to New York for Earth Day weekend, so that's that. Also, there's Roxy actually. Dead Prez, Lyrics Born. Yeah. Boom. See what it do. Let's see what it do. I don't know why. It won't come up like I wanted to. Let's see if we do that. Okay, global warning. Let's see if this one also Earth Amplified. Earth Amplified featuring Stickman of Dead Prez.
Where the bell out for this? Swim out the metropolis. As ice get melt like sun-kissed Icarus. When they chat and try to Baghdad, your numbers don't add. Just the greenhouse gas. Appalachian coal miner, fisherman in Bangladesh. Uncle Sam making bets. But his name by the Exxon Valdez. Robbie, Asmus next. Little Johnny got a little funny knob in his neck. What's the problem with that? You just a corporate exec with a strap that oil from the boils of the backs and Nigerians. Give me that. Pass out text like reps through the Mavericks. Offset politics. Copenhagen, no debating, need the reparations. And why you waiting another 600 acres gone? In the Congo and Amazon. By the song. On it, we so on it. Gotta be on it, if you ain't on it, it's a warning. Take a look at the world around. Cause the temperature's rising, the time is now. Go green, go solar, go agriculture. Burn McDonald's and Coca-Cola. All corporate vultures should burn in the toxic sulfur they emit. For every dollar they get, they exploit the culture and take resources, control the media, and censor the voice of the voiceless. Sitting back fat in their office, they don't see people, just profits and losses.
Fire. That's what's up. There it is. It's called Global Warning, and that is featuring Stickman of Dead Prez by Earth Amplify. You can look that up as well. So that's what it is. So again, keep checking back with me. I'm kind of sporadic with it, but I did settle on my days being the days for teaching, and if I can get in another day of teaching, and well, not teaching, just really sharing from the hip hop gospel, because I feel like I'm still kind of studying to be like, that. But I do hip hop education, and I promote it, and I teach what I know, and I've learned a lot, and I feel like I put in my time, but I still, want that, I'm still going for that temple of hip hop approval. No other approval, because that's how we get into these universities. That's how we become more and more official, is by becoming certified in these certain modalities, so that we can create our own thing and share from the perspective of a business owner and an entrepreneur, and not from just a worker not having much equity in the business and the success of that business and or movement itself. Putting in, all the work, and, we, on this level, as educators, I'm an educator. here based in California. And but I do travel. I'm a mobile educator. I'm a mobile hip hop educator, which does include music, but also hip hop, the culture and the consciousness. And I do get into the teaching and the sharing of that from the hip hop gospel, which again is called The First Instrument, presented and penned by none other than KRS-One for the Temple of Hip Hop, physically located in New York, new city and dreams. Every day in New York ain't always what it ain't. Shout out to New York. I love New York. And it's only rightfully so that is kind of where the movement kind of spun out into what we see and know now. 1520 Sedgwick Avenue in the Bronx. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Big up. Shout out to the Bronx. And yeah, I think they're supposed to be renaming that Hip Hop Boulevard. So that will be loved by the city of New York and the borough of the Bronx, the BX. So big up to that. That would be huge for hip hop as well. So I know there's many different things that we are all celebrating now. And we must document these things. And this is particularly why I come to you in this state and form. Because no matter how sporadic we are, no matter how, consistent or inconsistent we are, or no matter our location, no matter, what our appearance or whatever may be, whether there's lighting in the space, whether there's not, these things need to be shared. That's just the bottom line. And so there's reasons for having libraries. There's reasons for having even archives and conservatories and preservatories, right? And I've definitely seen and connected to just the monies that are out there for those reasons. And if none other than just us documenting our own experiences of hip hop now, as it is, I believe in its 40th something year, 44, 45th officially, something like that. Yeah. 45. Yeah. So 73. Yeah. So, yeah, that's right. Dang. Wow. So big up to hip hop. And so I'm just here to spread good news and the message and all of those things. And so sometimes I try to search and find for ways that everyone can agree on and everyone can vibrate to and enjoy and all of those things. And sometimes that's through church and ministry. We go, what can people vibe to? Well, whatever. What can we put out that's good and good news? Just being a positive light, like, right? Or sometimes that can be just a community, and you just sharing that light, and letting your light shine, as they call it. Or it could be, just that could be who you are. You may just be a joyful person, or you're just celebrating that day, like you just in a good mood or in good spirits. You just got paid, got a gift, it's your birthday, whatever that is. And I think that we can meet on the joyful part. Like we can meet on the peaceful part. We can meet on the love part. And we definitely can meet on the fun part. And so to me, it's a no-brainer that I must share this, hip-hop knowledge, right? And knowledge is only gained by experience, from what my elders tell me and share with me. Knowledge is acquired by experience, and experience is your best teacher. And that's why you can only acquire knowledge through experience. And a school cannot give you knowledge. A school cannot, necessarily give you that. But we can share experiences. We can also provide and have experiences that will provide knowledge. We can give you the information, and the follow-up and follow-through is all for you, and all through, that's all about you. Like, that's your part. That's, and sadly to say, there's a lot of professors in these universities, institutions of lower learning, as I call them, Because they do dumb down. They do. That's just what it is. um, and I'm not, here in a fight against necessarily the system per se, but I do believe that we do need a counter movement as to what that indoctrination is. And I've studied long enough, and done many and multiple types of research. And even trials and different sorts of things. And I'm like, we don't have to wait till everything's perfectly in a row in order to just share what you know. And so, you know, long story short, you can look for these, perfect moments to share certain things. And, that never comes. And so, the time is now. I just figured just get up and do it. And so I'm getting up and I'm getting out and I'm doing it. And hopefully doing it in a positive way, doing it in a way that is, just cool, right? Like, and fun and all of those things. And so I have, let me see, what time is it now? I have some appointments today, so I'm not sure if I'll get around to being able to teach today. But I might. I mean, you never know. So it's just all about really reading this book and completing it. So appreciate the follow, appreciate the love, peace, and be more.